Imagine shoes that have it all: great cushioning, excellent stability, secure lockdown, supreme comfort, and superior ventilation. How much should they cost? If we look at the market, we might assume $140. However, that's not true. With the right approach, you can secure all these features at a significantly lower price. The Adidas Runfalcon 5 is one of those outstanding models that can compete with high-end shoes, yet it is priced at only $65. Let's explore each detail of these phenomenal shoes. First, let's talk about the naming. We had the Runfalcon 1, 2, 3, and now we have the 5th edition. There was no 4th version available at any point. The reason for this jump is that Adidas introduced Ultra Boost 5. However, this is also not the 5th version of Ultra Boost, as it was previously named Light 23 and 22. It is a mess, and it's a shame that such an outstanding model lacks a coherent heritage, instead relying on a randomizer for its name. Second, we need to briefly understand how these shoes achieve such a low price. Do they lack cushioning? No. The stack height is pretty decent. Do they lack stability? No. They have several elements that provide extra control. The same goes for everything else. Every single solution you see in high-end Adidas shoes, you also see here. The only difference is the use of simpler materials. They may not be the pinnacle of ventilation, nor as bouncy as high-end shoes, but they are still very, very good. For example, we talk about the upper. These shoes have a heel collar with additional padding. The same padding is applied on the tongue, securing a fit with added comfort that any runner would appreciate. The heel collar, made of polyamide, reduces heel wobbling. While it's not the most rigid, it still does a good job. Large stripes on both sides, made of firmer material, ensure great lockdown. However, it's worth noting that on the inner side, the stripes bend a little unnaturally during running, which can cause blisters. Additional eyelets for a runner's knot also aid in lockdown. To be honest, many runners who buy these shoes may not use these details, as they might not know how to utilize them. Other brands might save money by omitting such features, but not Adidas. The mesh used here is simple yet breathable. I did all my runs in slightly hot weather. While there is slightly more sweating than in high-end models, for 30 to 40-minute runs, it shouldn't be a problem. Even the insole is well thought out. It's a glued-in ortholite, which is impressive. In some premium Adidas shoes, the insoles are poorly made, but here it's a bit more premium and securely glued, which is better. Overall, the upper is an insane combination. I really like these shoes for both running and daily wear. Test them in the store, and if the inner side stripes don't cause discomfort, they could be a great pick for you. The midsole material used here is cloud foam. It's great for absorbing shock, but not very bouncy. So if you plan to run fast, you might want to avoid these shoes. However, for daily training, it's a very solid solution. The stack height is medium, meaning most runners will find the cushioning sufficient, though larger runners might need something more cushioned. The midsole material is pretty stiff, ensuring a high level of stability, which is sufficient even for beginners. Only beginners with problematic legs should not consider this model. I personally really like these shoes during training. While there's no trampoline feeling, they are very reliable and forgiving. It was a pleasure to do daily training, including small, fast intervals. The outsole is made of rubber, providing decent grip on pavement and city park trails. While the materials used in these shoes are simple, simple often means durable. These shoes will generally last longer than the high-end pinnacled shoes promoted by brands today. In the end, you get shoes that cost only $65 and have zero disadvantages. They are extremely comfortable, provide great lockdown and stability. Any amateur runner could pick them up for daily training or use them as daily wear shoes and be happy. Yes, they don't have the bounce, but is it really needed?